indifference, let us, with faith in God, in ourselves, and in humanity, go forward, courageously resolved to play our part worthily in building a better world.
They send men here to rob us, so work and strive for money. Money is power. Money is the only weapon that the Jew has to defend himself with. And if I can't hold the market, England's credit is gone. I'm giving all I've got to give for the peace of Europe. And whatever other Englishmen do tomorrow, I buy today.
But I'm not an aristocrat, please.
Money, power, and fame have more influence than you think. And it gets a lot more influential when it's not just one or two people, it's a whole family. Hey, when you've got a lot of sway in the goings-on of, well, everything.
Well. Back again. Now, a question that I have been asked many times in the past 5, 6 maybe years is, who are they? But who are they? Who is this they that you talk of? Well, you could say they are like a shadow government. The governments that we have, they do not have any control whatsoever. They are puppets on a string, but they control everything. The oil, the banks, all the banks, and of course, Big Pharma. And when I say they, I mean in particular, these two families here, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, two main families that run the show, if you like. Their names are attached to everything, straight up. This is a quote from David Rockefeller. Some even believe we are part of a secret cabal working against the best interests of the United States, characterising my family and me as internationalists and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure. One world, if you like. If that's the charge, I stand guilty, and I'm proud of it. Yours truly, David Rockefeller. Need I say any more? Of course, there is a structure to this cabal that runs this world. Most definitely. It is not a conspiracy. It is a fucking fact. Now, there seemingly are around 13 families that run the show. They control fucking everything. I actually think there is a wee bit more, possibly around 17 or 18 different families that have at least a say in what goes on, but we don't. These guys are the one big club that George Carlin spoke of. That's them, not us. But when it comes to the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, they are attached to everything. I cannot stress that enough. In terms of John D, when he was about at his prime, he was 3 times richer than Jeff Bezos, the new Freemasonic rocket man who's going to space. Sure, so that shows you how much money these families have. People like Bezos, they work for the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. They are a face of the agenda. Here's a quote from John Dee. I always tried to turn every disaster into an opportunity. Right, so if you create a disaster, you've got an opportunity? Yep. I had no ambition to make a fortune. Mere money making has never been my goal. I had an ambition to build. John D. Rockefeller. Yeah, build what exactly? I wonder. Now, entities like the Rothschilds and Rockefeller families, they claim to be a charity, helping the sick and needy, but it's the complete opposite. They use entities like the World Economic Forum, and let's not forget the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Bill and his now ex-husband. By the way, wee Billy Rockefeller, yep, he is a Rockefeller. Shock horror. So what about today? What are they behind today? Are they behind the plandemic? Well, of course they are. They own and run the UN, who are behind the UN Agenda 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. The Rockefellers even founded and kick-started the UN with their charitable donations. How kind of them. How lucky are we? Sure, the Rockefellers have been attached to Agenda 21 from the very fucking start. Way back in the 90s, they let us know about what was coming, and in terms of today, it is here. The agenda is in full fucking swing. In terms of this document from 1992, they do talk about enabling techniques for bringing about specific man-made changes in DNA or genetic material in plants, animals, and microbial systems, leading to useful products and technologies. Yep, but what they forgot to mention is that that includes humans, us. All hail the sustainable goals. Sure. Now, the Rockefellers claim that they are partners, just like the Rothschilds, but they're not partners. They are owners of the UN. I shit you not. They also own people like the royal family in the UK. The Rothschilds have a house that is very similar to Walt Disney's castle. How fitting. Of course, they are all satanic to their core. But at this house, they get people like the royal family to visit and plant a tree. They dig a hole and plant a tree. Then the shovel gets encased and put in the Rothschild's home, hung on the wall. Now, what this is basically a trophy cabinet. This shovels is every official or royal or prime minister, whatever it may be, that they own. Here's wee Tony Blair, the satanic monster, digging his hole and planting his tree, signing his soul to the fucking devil. Although he is a bit like the devil himself. He is as evil as they come. Of course, he is a lapdog for the Rothschilds and a member of the Fabian Society, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Here's an article here. Do the Rothschilds control the weather? Well, if they're asking that, then yes, they fucking do. Of course they do. They control everything, including the weather. And you can always rely on the mainstream media to give the game away. Here's Reuters, the fact checkers. All hail the fact checkers. Where would we be without them, right? Rothschild did not patent a test for COVID-19 in 2015 and 2017. Right. A series of regular, non-provisional patent applications were subsequently made for a system and method using, processing and displaying biometric data. Right, so it's not true then. The Rothschild family have nothing to do with such, and never have. Well, no. Again, they give away more than they know. The year 2015 was when Rothschild first filed a provisional application within the family of patents. The year 2017 is the filing date of a related but separate patent within the family. Oh, the family of biometric data reading patents. He owns a family of them and has been at it since 2015, all part of the Agenda 2030. The Rockefellers, in terms of today, they are carrying out research into this mystical, magical and mysterious killer disease, COVID-19. You might have heard of it if you watch or listen to the mainstream media, and yes, they own that too. They are also resetting America's response to COVID. Wow, all hail the Rockefeller Foundation. They're good at resetting. That's what's happening now. A great reset. A great robbery. They're also involved in the PCR test, and they have a new plan. Wow, they are good at plans. They have the blueprints. They made the blueprints for the pandemic. Straight up. If we jump again to the ever trustworthy fact checkers, this time it's USA Today, January 14, 2021. Fact check. Rockefeller Playbook and Operation Lockstep are hoaxes. It's a conspiracy theory. It does not exist. There is no such thing. Right. What is Operation Lockstep? While the Rockefeller Playbook does not exist, the planning report released by the Rockefeller Foundation in 2010, Scenarios for the Future of Technology and International Development, includes a section called Lockstep. Right, so it does exist. The report describes a series of scenarios, including a pandemic, in which technology could be used to help restore humanity. Right, but of course, it will indeed be the complete opposite. It is the destruction of humanity with this mass inoculation. It also said the Lockstep section outlines a scenario of authoritarian control in the wake of a hypothetical novel influenza pandemic similar to COVID-19. Yeah, the same. It is the exact same. And let's not forget Event 201 by wee Billy Rockefeller. right? We need to remember this has all been planned. It's all part of the agenda. It's, if you like, written in stone, in humanity's tombstone. The Georgia Guidestones, the Rockefellers, they are another family, including others who I believe are behind these stones. In particular, Lawrence Spelman Rockefeller. I've yet to be proved wrong. I'm adamant it is them. They are the shadow government that we call they. Not only that, they need stopped. They need to be dealt with. They need to be locked up. So that is who I refer to when someone asks me who they are. Mainly the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Anyway, that is about it. Bye-bye.
Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them.
Go against them.